Sagas Noggin the Nog, Bog 12, the icebergs. In the lands of the north, where the brick rocks stand guard against the culture, in the dark night it is river long, the men of the northlands sit by the great long fires, and they tell a tale. They tell of the Nogs who lived in the land of the midnight sun, and saw the fair beneath the sun. They tell her Noggin taught them some learned and heard the evil part that was lifted. In a little town clustered round the harbour of Noggin's castle, life was calm and peaceful. In the summer they caught corn and cabbages. In the winter they closed their doors against the snow and kept warm. Then they would wait for the spring to come again. And the green plants to spur for the melting spur. One spring came late. The snow was melting, but the other still had it cold. Stranger things are happening too. Large icebergs were floating in the sun. Some of them even floated into the harbour. The people shivered. Noggin and Nog called for his invention, the ingenious Earth and laughter. Earth, he said, something is wrong with the weather. If this goes on, we shall live through harvest ashore. Can you think of a way to control the weather? Hey, what she said, Earth answered. All started the problem. Earth started on the tall logs had not been served. It was easy for Noggin to see that Earth knew it more better, knew that before he could solve the problem, he needed to study. He needed to know where the others had cold, and which way the wind was blowing, and how hard. We will send up the logs, he said to Pesca, not how big to help him. No, sir, harm cold. They could next way be cold. Perhaps that will tell us something. Connor did not think it would tell them very much, but he helped her to make up some large bananas from whale bladders. He fixed a burning torch under one of the balloons to fit it with hot air and watched it raise and drift away into the cold sea. The balloon drifted over the sea and the icebergs. Suddenly Cannot saw something on an iceberg. The somehow wedged it cloud, but it moved like a man jumping up and down, and darting in and out and around the lump of the iceberg. They saw something shiner fresh from his hand as the balloon lifted over him. He saw the balloon turn and crumple and fall. We saw the harpoon that we below, shouted with laughter. That is a trick the water turpin, the Knoxford, Tommy Icebergen, took from the melting egg on it a thin hungry nog. One of the people had learned of the midnight sun, the kinsfolk of Knocker, Noggin's queen. He had tried to eat the balloon, but it was too tough of him, so he was going to sit at Noggin's table and eat beef and butter pudding. His name was Nog. He was Knocker's cousin. He brought them some tidings from the land of the midnight sun. That all the weather had changed, but the weather had grown strangely warmer under the ice, which is the land. For the land of the midnight sun is not land at all. It was simply ice so thick and cold, it served as land. Strange rumblings had been heard. The ice had shaken, ice had cracked, and in pieces sudden spurts of flame had burst from the ice and lit the sea as pieces of the firmament had broken away and taken their round houses. The firmers, dogs, canals, and searchers of them had drifted further away towards the sea, across the sea towards the south, where the ice would firm and melt. We must save them, cried Knocker. They're my people. They are my family. Calculus shouted, Noggin to the great green bird, always a spending counselor. Flee out and search the sea, flee to the mountains, flee to the great hops and ask their aid. Calculus did not answer. He opened his wings and flew as fast as they could carry him, northwards towards the high mountains, and lived the greatest of all the family of birds, the tall-paired oaks. On the northern stay was a nest of the horse birds. They lifted themselves from the mountain peaks to windward above the ice of breakwater, searching for the drifting knocks. Prince could not improve the laughter at the same age, at the same movement together, even down to the beach where Knockbridge Island was moored. Mr. Carter up to Part Island. Hardship was now the home of the tall mermaids, but once as Eve told her before, it had travelled like a ship driven by a hot steam engine that did not hurt the bed. Though damaged the machinery of the engine was not hard to mend, when the logs brought logs to fill the boiler, and sound the whistle, and a thud, the great engine began to turn. It works, shouted Earth. We must tell Noggin. eat them. The village of the Knox had been sated. It was still in one piece, but it was melting fast and growing smaller every minute. Every hour, suggested southward. Shortly after echoed with the thumping of the engine as the island headed into sea. On board were Noggin, the Nog, and Knocker, and the Noxen, several weapons, cannot open, of course, the tall mermaids, or little enemy. Calculus thought of the division. When at last they reached the floating, melting remains of the village of the Knox, he saw the sailor's head, huddled on top of the iceberg were the Knox. What was left of their positions, the strong sledges and runners of frozen fish, and the seal skin had softened into heaps and were beginning to smell. Little round ice houses had melted long ago. The dogs long lost to live in the bitter cold, lay panting in the sun. For the Knox, the Northland never seen Lake Midsummer. It had grown sweltering. All the Knox tribe was the Nog Island tribe alongside. All they wept with gladness to be safe and sure the Princess Nog had daughters none. Nor queen of the Knox, all were able to need to eat real Foligan after weeks of raw, stale fish. They hadn't did they know whether to have a brave heart, especially as the engine of the island was steaming away rather than since the heating of her craft. Kingston of the Knox, said Noggin to his father-in-law, will all come home with us and Mr. Newcastle. None of the Knox looked at his purse-pin teapot and his painting dogs near the pit. Noggin they think so, but I think we ought to go home on our country before we all melt like the icebergs. But where is our country? Asked the laughter. It is your country melting in the sea. Oh, notice it. None of the Knox in the place of ice and snow is her Thomas. As long as it's cold enough. Noggin ordered full steam ahead and the island steamed towards the north, towards the east. It had been the home of the Knox. As the weather grew colder and colder, the Knox got happy, but the Knox began to shiver. Suddenly saw before them the long cliff of ice, which sudden crack, and the heart's name that burst from the ice, lifting and breaking a piece, a series of a castle, and letting it float away. Was it some sort of earthquake? Asked Knocker. Some sort of volcano? Asked Ruth. Some sort of villain, said Knocker. This of a sort of in or something big, thought he is. Before the fame, that is a natural event. That did not just happen. It was done by someone or something. A dragon under the shirt, suggested for Noxon nervously. Oh, I think not, said Noggin. It may be something worse than a dragon. Sound of a swim down in shirt, asked the mermaids. The waters talk for mermaids, said Noggin. We have sorts of sealskin, said the mermaids politely. The Nox made them of us so that we can swim in cold water. All right then, said Noggin, but be careful and don't stay in too long. Remember, you aren't lost on the cold. The mermaids put on their socks and slid overboard. Down, 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 in the dark abyss of water they swam, down to the deserted shipbed, where even the fish could. Deserted? What was that? It was not a fish. It was not a house. It was like a portal, rather tall perch, one on top of the other. It lay still on the shipbed, but from a tailor run window. In the shade shone a faint light. Silently the mermaids swam close to the window. They looked in and saw the strange sight. A man was sitting in the boat. He wore the log helmet and held a bottle in his hand from which he drank from time to time. Faintly through the grass he heard him chuckle. The mermaids glided away and inspected the rest of the craft. It seemed to be connected by a long snake-like job, toward a sort of paper cord, out of the shipwreck, divided into other pipes and boxed with tips and tails. The mermaids had never seen anything like that before, and the feeling cold. They tied her up, and they brought to the craft and sent swiftly up to the island. It's the uncle of Knocker, said one mermaid. It's a person, Knocker. Knockin's a good uncle. It's big that winter across. Oh, they keep making it next to the others. As they set the seat of the boiler to warm themselves, the mermaids told what they'd seen. Just as they thought, said Knocker, not bad, but bad. What dreadful villainy this is. You'd better ask him, said Noggin. On the group. The Nogs hold on the group. The craft rules. Nature from the sickbed and put surface beside the island. It spurted like a whale and floated from the top, and it lifted and urged it not but the bird, knocking it clean her knees. Not but, said Noggin, and the clean her noster, and he was a king and knight of a penny. Greetings. The job break up and land off the midnight sun and let it float south. He did, said not prepared for. How? Asked Ruth and after. He also parted beneath the shirt. He also had wind round the heart of the weather. It is a powder, he wielded, he not but the birds shall roll the well of his, the weather shall drown. We don't want to drown the weather, asked Noggin. Not the chuckled need job, asked Noggin the Nog. You're one of the crown that is lately made. You're a king and rather Northlands and my place. Give the my crown and my kingdom in the world beside the frozen drown. Oh, you're drown the world, asked Ruth and after. I could say, no call yourself a scientist. It is a well-known fact that the polar ice cap contains a vast quantity of water. It is a fisher estimated that if the polar ice cap were to melt, a level of all the seas in the world would raise be approximately 10 to 7 and a half feet. Look what caught the burst of water and all the myrtles and cornfields. This thought silent and Knox. Now I'm going down, said Knockbird. Let them know what's hard to say. Just give a tug on the rope. I'll come up. Knockbird closed the lid of his submarine and, making a noise like a bathroom thing, it sank beneath the waves. What is it going to talk? Whispered Ruth. There is a curse beneath the ship, said Ruth. Perhaps he's found a way to get at it and make bubbles of it on the ice. It's experts. We saw all sorts of paintings coming out from the ship, said the mermaid. There's a sort of box as well, with a clock on it, and taps and tapes. There's a mark on it, and a mark on it. It was. She drew a picture of it on a piece of wood. North ship, yes, shouted her. That explains it, I understand. What are we working to talk about it? Said Van Oxen. You must stop him, said Earth. You must take Nogbert and his nasty birds away from some place where they can cause bird harm. Yes, but how? Asked Van Oxen. Even it, said Canot. Kickelis cannot hit on the great hops and ask them to help us again. I suppose so, said Kickelis murmured. He thought. No, said Canot. Whatever birds belongs he made, he shall need birds, and some strong herb. Mermaids make ourselves round the warm with a bargain, then touch our shots on. I'll tell her what to do. In the dark, the mermaid slipped away from the island. It gave silently towards the submarine, taking her herbs and into bananas behind them. They worked fast because they were cold. They undid the cap of one of the pigs coming out of the shipbed, take the bananas, one to each corner of the craft, and filled them with cash from the pigs. As the last balloon filled, the craft rested with a schooner and ventured from the shipbed and rose gently up towards the surface. Not that the bird was in his bunk asleep, still but did not wake up. Dawn was breaking. As far the great ops landed on the island. I suppose we better say no better than that, said Morgan and Noggin one. Only the penny and Noggin pulled on the bird, told her something and gave it a jerk. We got Nogbert, he shouted at Stay McClure now. Nogbert woke up and lifted the lid. He saw that his submarine was on the surface, held up by the thaw ballons. Not bad, Nogbert, shouted the Nogs. Death, shouted Nogbert, and he slammed the lid shut. And the submarine sparkled and sang like a duck daising, but the great orbs had heard of the verbs. Then followed the strangest tug, a war ever seen on the land, a water or in the earth. Great wings until the waves are threatened, while Nogbert's craft swerved and twisted like a fish on the Nile, but shouldered the birds drifted it, drove it from the water and knocked it against of Nogbert's face, cursing them. Saw the potter. Thought he was retained of the skate and borne away towards the east. Others nodded or mounted her, Noggin took the knocks northwards and westwards toward a place where there was rock beneath the ice. There they could make their own hurt without thought of its floating away. Noggin took neither the third they sailed south again. They turned it far across the surf until they saw before them the silver peaks of the great rocks nest. They gated their friends with the blast from the steam whistle, and noticed wedged between tall sharp peaks, tailor and hay up and far away, the pinched remains of Norbert submarine. All closer was thinking aloud, as there beneath the shore of the Roswell. Depends what it was lost for, said Nicholas. Depends how lost it, said Colonel. Well, he called. Will the long page suggested with the master of said, you won't hear such things, said Malcolm and Noggy shouldn't. He said firm and failure in the voice of the king. So that was that. Sunshine and compasses, friends and officers. Thomas Spencer and their friends will be told on the second surface and some other text. Some of the start and steps are coming today, he said. One of our chemical need them. Please, sir. Your son meet tomorrow working. Okay, sir. all not in the sir. We got her things in top of water and the sisters in all not. Is suppose all work hurting us on this work. Yes, all of us are. And we got this kid all hidden reasonably. Yes, the big on this shit, big on. Mary just working on the father. Off he went, off the single day, sipping some sovereign for all. What did he say, shit? I didn't reasonably, he said, son. We'll speak about the work we're talking. When Zip and Zap was finished, they went to see Spencer and found him at the window. Spencer, this is interesting to work, said Chuck. Yes, it is, said Spencer. It's a good thing you're talking. Edie's helping the father. It's to her. Oh, we got her back. Huh? Sir, we talk at business. And it did come in under, said she. But as he worked, Spencer, sipping Jack's sauce often, I was working on some fish delivery. You better not let him stop us, said Spencer. Even for what we're up to, we asked Captain Cock to come and help us after he finished tank job, said Chuck. He always gets into trouble with that big tank job. He sometimes says he's too big for his bone. Come on now, the father's written. Ah, the bacon. Spencer and the small sisters kicked at the father delivered. When it was done, they said bacon is somewhat cleared. This is good and isn't tasmania, said she. Yes, it isn't. We can ship others with it from up high. There's the other text. Just a minute. We rest in that peace and great space. Witness me, gentlemen. We can serve others with it, at turns and sunshine. unconsciousness. Not having some stock. Not having some stock at all. Oh, yes, we lost the chocolate, not the sodden. A big stick. Oh, big stick. On top is big perfect cake. Done. Oh, the turntable. Come on, sit the floor, and I'll get this behind. Get Yes, sir. You've never heard from the purpose. Never made in the shed. You betcha. Find someplace to hide. Find a touch. Wow! There's another food stick. Oh, zip it up. All right. Sir, it's his him. It's happened. Oh, they found us. Kick this in half. Oh. In it, sir. Come on, ship. These beans are sunk. Ah. How about this, Secretary? It, something, they're gone. Oh, oh. Yes, it's safe and me, yes, it's safe to toss some stock. He's been working in, when he was sick. 6. On the stock. Now he better make the necessary amendment. He's done so. Now he can't. Please, sir. And his friends begin to make some lists of what person is in the stock. That was making a list, counting the big stock. When he's chainsaw. They did some in the past, they could count their fingers. One top about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, bother! There's still no fingers left. Person said, can you use our fingers, please? Eh? What? Of course I can't. Yours are fingers. We need them for counting. We've all got counting problems. There's also, if counted and counted, but it comes on different answers every time. What he needs is something to add. He thinks that's it. What's on need is some professional paper. You'll contain something I'd said. Oh, got it. I'll find something to think about it. 10 plus 10 equals what? Carbon and Jupiter are working with topside and water. some stone, taking it to the mainland. Ah, sorry. Where does Rob mean? Oh, somewhere creature is solving name, looking for something. The can't. Oh, some stone. This is Aha. Some others for what he need to count. The good thing he didn't take some stones or something important. Some took the stones into him away. One morning, the next day, when the stars set sticks and sun over the pod, he came up to say, it seems that some stone been lifted, except one Linton is working on something like the me. All of them must be the is busy. On this stone been lifted a different way. Now we have been seen someplace like that, said Jordan. It don't expect it don't expect no in the thought to find to mix up these small tracks. Small as specks and scrap. They can find him when they're working in the forest. On up big tracks. Not top it, Wapper. This is some work for the small tracks and stuff. Small tracks and stuff. It's often that some chink of wanting some a person is working. If Aiken said a person is working, you've seen some passengers make it. They don't expect officer what he's up to often. Or matrix. If there's problem needing to not that little clean engine person working. Off went the small tracks. And such the same person. They found him in Savage River. Princess must have explained of it. Gentlemen, we had some work of cleaning some chairs, taking them to the tip yard, and after that, it washed. Everyone has to keep clean. Well, sir, what chairs are they taking, master? They're taking ditches that have fallen on the ground. Oh, yes, sir. And then let's get working. The Thompsons have been to work, taking some ditches to the tip yard. Oh, yes, sir. Was talking as told the microphone inside tunnel car park. He needs to work there. One day, Robin was still needing to sleep. My pleasure was not off. Without getting caught, you're knocking around the first one is knocking, he set off. This is where we need to see what the places of Tasmania is near, he chuckled, talking to. First, came to the bottom of the hill in the top. He knocked back to see if the star touching the steps and some were getting a wash. But he saw Robin coming. He supposed he's just knocking round on person. You'll live to let Prince and Sunshine purpose siblings like getting a wash when they went up to top it and water as he needed her. Robin came up. Saw Percy connect some sport insert him watching. That's how he works. It's enough of it. Tessa, I'll wait. When Percy came to the docks, Prince and Sunshine zipping up in breakfast. Or came in. It came up and said, one of y'all was staying on Earth today when he was working. It was Mr. It was wanting to see what he was talking. That's why they saw him in the tunnel. He heard him say about the working and went back. He was only wanting to see what he was talking. He's settling in today, purposely, also, that's how long about wanting to see what he was talking. Now then, on with work. Percy had got big of his water things and went back to his work, taking my spoon of the dinner bit. They've been started, sunset 6. They've been perfect, mate. statistics saw them coming. He not become part of them. Well done, Spartans. You've done the best work we've. And we have a thousand comment of the city. Upon sticks,